Okay friends, so today I want you to grab whatever coloring supplies that you have. As you can see, I've got my bag here. It's got some twistable colored pencils and crayons. I'm gonna pull these all out so I have all the colors I want to choose from. Woo-hoo! Yeah, that happens. Okay, so a couple of colors that we are not going to be using today. And it's important that we remember that we're not using these colors today. We are not going to be using black or white. Okay, so take your black and white crayons and colored pencils or whatever else you're coloring with, put those back into your bag. I think this is a silver color. I don't know what color this is. Okay, that's a gray color. So go through your colors and find any black or white colors that you have, because we're not going to be using them today. So whatever you have to color with, let's take those out of our mix so that we can just have these ones. Now, okay, those are in our way. I'm going to pick out some colors here that I like. I like this blue green is really nice. Like, I really like that color, so I'm going to use this one. So all I'm doing right now, friends, dropping things. All I'm doing right now, friends, is going through my colors and picking out some colors I want to work with. And I have a combination of crayons and colored pencils here. So I'm going to use, I like this blue. This is a really nice blue. I'm going to put that in there. And then one more cool color. I think I'm going to go with this color. Okay. Now let's get some warm colors. Warm colors. Let's see, what do we've got? I like this darker kind of a red-orange color, so I'm going to pull that. This is a really good yellow. See how dark this yellow is? It's not too light. If I use this yellow color, you can see the difference. This one isn't going to be as easy to see as this one is, so I'm going to use this yellow. And let's see, do we got a red? This is a pink. I don't want pink. Where's my red? Oh, it's right here. Okay. And so I've got my red. So I've got 6 colors to choose from. Now, the only reason I'm recommending you to use 6 colors, because if you go too far with your colors, you are going to not have enough to work with. Also, with this lesson, we're going to be learning about complementary colors. So I have a video about complementary colors in your lesson today that you needed to view, and that explains that. And I'll just go over it quickly. So complementary colors are colors that are opposites on the color wheel. And I'm going to pull out my complementary colors. So red goes with green. Now I know these aren't perfect, but you still want to match them up anyway. So red and green I'm going to use together. Blue and orange I'm going to use together. And then yellow and violet go together. So what we're going to do first is we're going to do a little bit of coloring with our lighter colors. So look at your color pairs. Which one's the lighter one? So yellow and violet's pretty obvious to see that yellow is your lighter color. So I'm going to take my yellow and I'm going to color in my shape. And I'm going to color in a couple shapes yellow. Now when you're coloring, it's important to try to keep going the same direction the entire time when you're coloring, because if you go a whole bunch of different directions, it doesn't look as nice. So try to go the same direction. I know when in these stranger shapes, it's not as easy to do that, so it's okay if you can't. I'm gonna make this one. Maybe this little triangle. So all I'm doing is picking all of my shapes that I want to be yellow. And you can always go back and add more. So that's the nice thing about coloring is if you decide you need some more yellow, you can always go back and add more, like this guy. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the complementary color to that, and I'm gonna go just around the edge. So I'm just gonna color just around the edge, okay? Because I want it to stand out more. And you can go outside of the black line that we've already drawn. That's okay if you want to do that. So what complementary colors do is they work together to create contrast. And that contrast helps make colors stand out more when they're working together. So before, if you look at this yellow shape here, it's not nearly as interesting to look at as the yellow shapes that have the red-violet color going around them. And remember to go slowly, friends. You don't want to go fast and have, you know, your coloring all messed up. Go slow, take your time, do a good job. Remember that doing a good job on our artwork and trying our hardest is what Miss Ottenreith wants to see. So if you rush through your projects, you're not going to like them as much. So go slow. You have another day to do this. Okay? I'm not expecting you to get all this done in one day, by the way. It's going to take some time. Now, the next colors I'm going to do, blue is our darkest color, so we're going to go with red. And I'm just going to, oh no, not red, this is orange. It's a really good orange as well. It's very good color. I think I like this shape, orange. Now remember, my friends, Miss Ottenreith has had many, many years of practice of coloring, which is why she can go so quickly with her coloring. So don't worry if you're coloring, you have to go slower than Miss Ottenreith. It's okay. I expect you to need to take more time than me, and that's perfectly okay, friends. Don't be scared to go slow if that's what you're comfortable with. I feel like I need a weird blob shape to be. So when I color in round shapes, a lot of time I do circles inside the round shapes. My table jiggles. Because it helps me keep my edges less sharp. And it's pretty easy to blend those away. Broke my own rule. See, now you can see that too. You can notice it, that I've colored the opposite direction in there. I'm going to cover it up with a... It's okay to go around the edges in different directions, but try not to do it in the center because you can really notice it. Okay, so now the next thing I'm going to do is do my blue around my orange shapes. And I'm going to continue that for the rest of them and do the green pair. Okay, friends, now I have finished my fish, and in a couple spots I did the reverse coloration where I put the other color on the inside and then added the opposite color around the outside just to give it a little bit of variety. And I think it looks pretty good. We have one final step that we are going to do tomorrow, and that is coloring around the outside edge. And then we will be done with our shape fish. Good job so far, my loves.